Hi everyone, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing well. It's Friday today, so happy Friday. I hope that you all have fun weekend plans, or at least relaxing weekend plans. I always think of weekends like when I'm moving kids into college, or if we're moving. It's always moving. Those are the weekends I don't like, when I agree to help a friend move. I don't like arduous, hardworking weekends. So I hope whatever you're doing, it's peaceful, relaxing, and hopefully fun too. So I recently shared with you in my Ulta haul video, my last video, that I had picked up some Natasha Denona products and a L'Oreal product. I picked up the Natasha Denona Mini Dreams palette, and it's a really good neutral palette. It's got 3 mattes and 2 shimmer topper shades. It's just a really good neutral palette. Not too warm, not too cool, just right. And then I also picked up the My Mini Dreams Glow Blush Palette. And I just love that Natasha releases these minis for us because her products are expensive, but these mini palettes are $25 and you can get them on sale on her website at different times of the year. And also when there's sales at Ulta or Sephora, you can get them on sale too. So it's definitely affordable, almost like drugstore when you take sales into consideration. And I love this little mini guy, so pretty, so neutral, and I love the size of it. I know I'll have it for a while, but I'll use it up. I won't be married to it for like the next 20 years. So yeah, it's really pretty though, and I'm really happy to have it. And I'm also going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Cat Eye Liquid Eyeliner, and it comes with this little template. And I'm going to use that for you today. And yeah, I'm just going to put my makeup on with you, do a little get ready with me, and I hope you enjoy this. And let's just jump in and get started. I already have my foundation on and my brows done, and I'll link which foundation I'm wearing and my brow gel. It's nothing new to me, but I'll link it in case you're curious. And I am going to go in with the Mini Dreams palette from Natasha Denona. I shared this with you in my recent car chat Ulta haul video, and I did some swatches of this in natural light, and it's a neutral palette. It doesn't lean too cool and it doesn't lean too warm. It's just like a good sort of taupey neutral palette. So I practiced with it yesterday and I was very excited with the look I created. I thought it was really pretty. So that's the look I'm going to do for you today. And the first step is going in with this lightest shade right here, which is a matte. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this one and just pick this very light kind of peachy taupe shade, not too peachy, but it doesn't lean like gray or anything like that. And I'm going to put this all the way up to my brow from my mobile lid all the way up. One of you, my subscriber friend Yara, said that she loves this palette and that this is her favorite shade for putting into the crease. And I agree. I think it's just a really pretty, nice crease shade, but I really like putting it all over. This is what I did yesterday. After I put it into the crease, I thought it looked so nice. I decided just to use it as like a nice base to put the rest of the shades on top of. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, next, I'm gonna go in with this chocolate brown matte shade. So this is a matte, this is a matte, and this is a matte. And then you've got 2 kind of sheeny shades, and that can also be used as toppers over the other shades or just by themselves. They're not those super crumbly topper shades that some of Natasha Denona's palettes have. They're not crumbly like, I'm trying to think of another palette. A lot of the mini palettes have like a sort of a crumbly shade, and it's best to apply those with your finger, in my opinion. But I'm just going to pick up this chocolate brown shade on the edge of sort of a flatter blending brush, and I'm going to pat this into the outer corner like so, and then I'm going to drag it into the crease. And I only have it on the edge of the brush So it's not on this side at all. So it's easy to keep it right into the crease and not make a big old mess with it. And I am gonna blend that out, don't worry. So do you guys have any fun weekend plans this weekend? We don't have a lot going on. We were out of town last weekend. We got back from our vacation last Sunday. So we have a pretty low-key weekend planned, just doing things around the house. My son is in college about an hour away. So we're gonna go tomorrow and take him out for lunch, just for like a little outing, because the weather's gonna be nice and it's nice to get out and it's always nice to see him. So we're gonna take him out for lunch. And then I'm not sure what else my husband and I are gonna do, but my other son is pretty busy this weekend and my girls are both, you know, they both live in their own places now and they've got weekend plans. So not gonna see the kids too much this weekend, a little bit, and that's fine. That's fine. You know me, I always like to be with my kids. Okay, I'm using that same brush. I wiped it off, the excess off on tissue, and I'm just blending now. And you can blend as much as you'd like. The more you blend, the softer the look is gonna be. And I tend to like soft looks. So I'm blending it, particularly around the edges, so there's no harsh lines. And it doesn't have to be perfect because the next step will cover up any mistakes. Okay, the next step is taking this sheeny shade called Nurture on my finger. And it's a really like kind of bronzy, neutral, taupey. I don't know what you would call that. It's definitely a neutral. It's not, it doesn't really, it leans more kind of brownish or bronze. And I go a little bit wild with this. I like that sort of wet look that you can achieve with these shimmery shades. I think that's so pretty. And it's not overly, like, you know, sometimes when you use really dark or bright colors, it can look really intense, which is still beautiful in the right situation, but this is great for every day. And now I'm just gonna pick up a little bit more of that on the same brush that I used that brown shade in the outer corners, and pick up a little bit more and just kind of pack that on and up. Just to make sure I get it into the inner corner and everything. So now I'm gonna take this shade right here, the other kind of topper sheeny shade on this pencil brush, and this is what this one looks like. Just really pretty, neutrally pearlescent. And like I said, it's not overly crumbly. Picking it up with a pencil brush, and I'm just gonna get the inner corner highlight right here. Okay, now I'm just gonna take this shade right here, the other matte shade, on the tip of my pencil brush too, and I'm just gonna dab the tip of it into this matte shade, and I'm gonna run this along my lower lash line. Okay, next up, I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Infallible Flash Cat Liquid Eyeliner. I used this yesterday and I really like it a lot. I didn't use the stencil that comes with it. I might try that. But I did a pretty good job not using the stencil. And whenever I say that and I use this like online with you guys in a video, I always end up messing up my wing, but let's go for it. So it's got a nice sort of felt tip applicator, which I like. And I like that it's a really like dark black, but it's not shiny. It's more of a matte. And I like that. I'm not gonna do the wing yet. I'm just gonna stop there and do the other one, and then I'll do the wing trying to use that applicator just to see how it goes. Okay, so this is what the applicator looks like, or the template. And it's kind of a wide space here in case you want to make a thicker wing I never do that. I feel like it doesn't look right on me because my eyes are a little bit crinkly right here and my wing can get crinkly. So I usually just do a thin line and it looks a little silly at first, but once I have my mascara on and I'm looking at you and my face is animating, it doesn't look like just a little flick, you know, just like one little thin line. So I'm gonna try to use this, but honestly, I don't think that this is something I would do every day because I can now get the kind of line I want typically without a template. Okay. Oh, well, that's not bad. Actually, it looks kind of good and it's thicker than I usually do, but I don't hate it. Okay, let's try this. Is to make sure your wings are in the same exact spot on both eyes, because that's where I make the most mistakes, is when I make one wing and they're not even and then I have to go back and fix the other one. So that wasn't awful. I actually kind of liked using this. So today I'm going to use my Kat Von D full sleeve tubing mascara. I think this is a really good mascara. My favorite of all the tubing mascaras that I've tried is the Thrive Liquid Lash Extension, and that one's not overly expensive either. I think it was $25. It may have gone up, but I haven't purchased it in a little while. But this one is really good too. And I'm just gonna do one eye on camera so you can see. It is pretty impactful. It does also give you that sort of liquid lash extension look. And I really like it because I work out and when I sweat, it doesn't wash off me. You know, it stays put like a waterproof mascara, but it isn't waterproof. It's easier to remove than waterproof mascara. And so I really like this a lot. So that's just one coat and I'll do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's one good coat of the full sleeve mascara from Kat Von D. It is a tubing mascara, which is my favorite type of mascara. So yeah, I've got that on. Now I think I am gonna do a little bit of bronzing. I did start self-tanning a little bit. I don't self-tan my face, but I just put like one application of self-tanner on to give my body a little bit of color. So I am gonna start using my bronzing cream again. This is from NARS and I have it in the Laguna 1. I just like to use like a dense brush like this. This one's from Lexi, and pick up some of the bronzing cream and just hit like the sides of my forehead, just a little bit, nothing crazy. A little bit in the backs of my cheekbones. As a little bit of contour. When I contour now, I don't drag my contour down for that chiseled look that the young girls look so beautiful with, because I need that illusion of volume in my face. So I just do the very back and then I do a little bit underneath my mandible, my jaw here. Okay, now we're gonna use the Natasha Denona Mini Dreams Blush and Highlighter Palette. It's called the Glow Blush palette, and this is what it looks like. I like how small this is. There is a larger one if you are really committed to these shades, but I like how small and compact this is, and I know I'll use it up because, you know, it doesn't give you a lifetime's worth of product. So I just mix these two shades together by pouncing my brush, and it isn't overly dusty. And I'm just gonna go over like the apple and drag it back. And look what a pretty neutral that is. It's like just like a soft kind of dusty rose shade. And I don't have a lot of this in my collection, as you know. I usually go with peach, pink, very soft sort of pastel shades, corals, but I don't have a lot of rosy shades. And rosies are really nice neutrals, especially when they're kind of dusty like this, you know, kind of muted down. And then I take a little bit in the center here. I bronzed here, and I left this blank, and I'm just gonna put a little bit there to also look like I've got a little sun on my skin, because that's where the sun would hit. And then just down my nose with a little bit of extra. But you have to be careful because you don't want to look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So a very light touch if you're going to try that. Okay, I can't say enough about this A23 highlighter brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I got this about 6 months ago, and when you get it, it's all the fibers are kind of flatter and packed together, but then as you wash it and use it, they get a little bit fluffier, but the size is perfect, especially for small products like this. So you can take this little brush and just hit the highlighter on its own, and it applies it expertly to like just the tippy top of my cheekbones where I want my highlighter. This palette, I am just so impressed with this little palette and this palette. So many of you said that this was your favorite eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. And when I first saw it, I wasn't going to get it because, I don't know, I'm not really into neutrals. And I don't know, I feel like they kind of wash me out. But this definitely does not. And I feel like it really complements my features, and I feel like it would look good on any skin tone, any complexion. You can achieve a beautiful look because I think the shimmer shades in here are pigmented enough that even if you have a deep complexion, the contrast would be really beautiful. It's just a really beautiful palette. I'm so happy that I have both of these and that I just bought both of them at the same time to use them together because they really are beautiful together. So I'm gonna put a little bit of color on my lips, nothing wild or anything like that. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Color Riche in 444 Tropical Coral, and it's just this really pretty rosy coral shade, super pretty. And I love the way these feel on my lips. They're very hydrating. I have so many favorites in the L'Oreal lipstick that I think I'm declaring it my favorite drugstore lipstick, hands down, over any other brand. So this is Tropical Coral 444. And I'm not using lip liner. Just putting right on my lips like that. So this is the finished look. I'm going to bring you in close. And I used the dark chocolate brown in the outer corner, so it's definitely more of a smoky eye. If you don't like a smoky eye or something so contrasting or deeper in the outer corner, I'm sure this would look really beautiful too for a really neutral look. I think you could put this all over like I did, put this like in the outer corner and crease, and then either one of these, but the lighter shade would definitely be a much more daytime, light, everyday look. But I've just been having fun playing with this yesterday and today, and I wanted to do the look for you that I really like, that I tried the first time I used it. That's always a sign of a good palette, when you use it and it immediately, you get a really good look that you love. And yeah, I think it's a really great palette. I'd really recommend this one. And I would also really recommend my Mini Dream Glow Blush, the small one. Again, if you are someone who doesn't have a huge makeup collection and you want to commit to these shades, there is a larger one, but I have a feeling you'd have that one for a very long time. That's why I didn't want the larger size of this one, but I'm so happy that Natasha makes these in mini sizes so we can try them and not set us back too much. You know, you're not spending $40. This was like 20 something. So I think the value is definitely worth it. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and let me know what you're gonna do. I love knowing what you guys are up to, and even just say hello. I love reading your comments. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.